It's the first morning of the NAB 2026 show, and we are at the stall of Appear with our old friend Alex Panel. Hi, Alex. Nice to see you again in Las Vegas.
Great.
How's it been?
It's fantastic, and maybe less of the old next time. So that we're very excited to be here at NAB. We finished 2025 with a couple of amazing things. First of all, close to your market, we opened up our new Centre of Excellence in Singapore. So we can now provide a range of technical support, professional services and deployment services to customers across the region. And also, towards the end of last year, we also listed and IPO'd our business, which was a major milestone in our business, and will support our forward strategy of being leaders in live production technology. But specific to the show this year, we're here really showcasing a couple of big things. One is a remote production. You may have read in our recent press releases that NBC Sports use Appear to completely remote produce the entire winter sports Olympics coverage, all the way from Italy, all the way back into their East Coast facilities. So we're doing a lot of remote production. And the second thing we're really showcasing this year is the customers move from satellite to IP. And we're seeing the whole industry moving to that. And the Appear platform is this foundational platform that kind of bridges satellite to IP, edge to core, and it's really now becoming that kind of a major one platform strategy that many of customers are using. So for example, NBCU use the X platform to deploy and move a whole bunch of their workflows from satellite to IP, and they've really seen major benefits. So for example, they've halved the amount of rack space they're using in key locations across North America. So a really, really super powerful thing. So the X5, we are finally in automatic general availability. It's right here. I can just show here. It's our beautifully engineered platform, which has all the major benefits that you have in our Core X platform, but in a much smaller form factor. It's a really great solution for particularly remote production, live production, particularly those less complex production needs. And that's something that can go and sit in fly packs or indeed kind of smaller truck deployments. And it's allowing those customers who have less production needs, lower production needs, less cameras in a much more cost-effective, smaller form factor, but with all the powerfulness, the resiliency, and the feature richness of the X platform. So super powerful platform there. I mean, the X5 is a great example of that. We've got lots of interest from many customers around the world in what I call smaller, maybe what I call tier 2 events. They have less cameras, they have less skilled production engineers and operators here. So the X5 is really great for that. So we begin to speak to a lot more, say, smaller leagues around the world who actually begin to really want to start picking up the X platform at a much more affordable price point here. One of our real case studies has been World Archery. They've actually deployed the X, and what they've actually really seen is by deploying the X platform, they've got major benefits from that, and they've actually had a return on investment in 18 months on their investment in the X platform. So smaller leagues, less complex sports, still important globally, but they take the power force of the X and really deploy that and make real cost savings for their business. Yeah, well, we obviously, as a European and a Brit, we're super excited about football, or soccer as they call it here. In mainland Europe, we already support over 5,000 top-tier football matches using about 100,000 cameras right across Europe. And obviously there is a major soccer football tournament in Europe this year, in United States this year. So Fox Sports will be deploying an X platform for their remote production of a really important major soccer and football event in the Americas this year. And again, it's really showing that foundational platform to support remote production at scale for major events.